Tehillim unique treatment. Life sound therapy. In the Jewish tradition, the Psalms, Tehillim, occupy a special place, especially when it comes to prayers for healing, l'refua shlema. These words mean, for a complete recovery, and they accompany a request for the health of loved ones. The prayer reading of Tehillim often becomes even more heartfelt and effective when it is accompanied by special rhythmic Jewish music, filled with deep spirituality and faith. Music has accompanied Jewish prayer since time immemorial. Special melodies, corresponding in rhythm to normal human rhythms, are able to give the words of the Psalms additional power. It is believed that such music opens a special channel to the soul, helping to achieve a state of sincere prayer. There are special melodies dedicated to the theme of healing and prayer for the sick. For reading Tehillim l'refua shlema, both traditional, existing for centuries in Jewish communities and passed down from generation to generation, and modern musical arrangements of Jewish music are popular. The melodies can be strict, sublime, and sometimes joyful, to bring light and hope in difficult times. The musical accompaniment of Tehillim helps to create a special mood, immerses in reflection, awakens hope and faith. In moments of spiritual trials, when words seem insufficient, it is music that becomes the bridge that connects people's hearts with God. Special Jewish music for Tehillim l'refua shlema is an integral part of spiritual practice, uniting generations and giving prayer special depth and sincerity. Through music, hope, support and faith in healing are born in the words of the Psalms. Jewish music is a unique cultural phenomenon that absorbs 1,000 years of traditions, emotions, historical twists and turns and religious practices of the Jewish people. Not only does it accompany key moments of life from birth to farewell to the world, but it can also have a profound therapeutic effect, establishing an invisible connection between spiritual heritage and biological rhythms of a person. Jewish music uses special modal structures, typical intonations and rhythm combinations, easily recognizable even for an inexperienced listener. The rhythmic organization of this music often echoes human biological rhythms: heart rate, breathing, daily and seasonal changes. Musical phrases built on repetition and variations are able to synchronize with natural internal processes, creating harmony and balance in the human body. Since ancient times, Jewish music has been used as a means of healing and emotional support. In the Jewish tradition, singing psalms and prayers was considered a way to cleanse the soul, relieve suffering and mobilize internal forces. In the 20th century, the development of music therapy as a scientific discipline made it possible to systematically study the influence of Jewish music on the psyche and physiology. Research has shown that listening to traditional Jewish music can elicit a range of emotional responses. Repetitive structures and melodies promote relaxation, and rhythmic accents promote activation and motivation. Patients demonstrate the best results when using individually selected special music programs that include traditional Jewish chants of psalms. Biological rhythms are fundamental cyclic processes that determine the work of all body systems, from the cardiovascular to the hormonal. Music with pronounced special rhythms can resonate with these internal cycles, contribute to their stabilization and harmonization. In the practice of Jewish music therapy, certain tempos and intervals are used, corresponding, for example, to the heart rate or breathing rate, which enhances the healing effect of the Psalms. Special Jewish music is not only a reflection of the rich history of Jewish traditional medicine, but also a powerful therapeutic resource capable of harmonizing a person's inner world and supporting his biological rhythms. In 1995, in the publishing house Cursor in Ukraine, based on the diaries of my ancestors, see my books, The Ring of King Solomon, The Jewish Stone, and others, I published the book Life Sound Therapy. The life sound method, from the English life, sound, arose at the intersection of music and medicine. Its essence lies in the use of special musical works, where melodic, harmonic, and rhythmic structures are built in accordance with the normal, that is, optimal for the psyche and body biological rhythms of a person. The peculiarity of the life sound method is the conscious use of elements of Jewish music, which has a unique expressive power, depth, and the ability to influence a person. The richness of Jewish melodies, their sensual expressiveness, specific modal constructions, and intonations make them an important basis for music therapy. Key features of special Jewish music that are significant from a therapeutic point of view. 1. The use of minor modes with a characteristic Jewish intonation. 2. Plasticity of rhythmic patterns close to the rhythms of human breathing and heartbeat. 3. Improvisation and meditativeness. The ability to immerse oneself in sound, allowing thoughts to flow freely. Human physiology is subject to many rhythms, from global circadian, daily, oscillations to microcycles of cardiac and respiratory activity. The idea of the life sound method is that the musical structures used are consonant with these rhythms. The main biological rhythms on which the method is based. 1. Heart rate. The average resting pulse of an adult is 60 to 80 beats per minute. Music with a similar tempo promotes relaxation and harmonization of the emotional background. 2. Breathing rhythm. Calm breathing, 12 to 18 cycles per minute. Musical phrases that match the length of the breathing cycle promote deep relaxation. 3. Circadian rhythms. Daily changes in activity that affect wakefulness, sleep, hormonal levels, and mood. Special music structured according to these rhythms helps restore lost health to the body. Despite the fact that music has long been used by Jewish traditional medicine for therapeutic purposes, the life sound method is unique in its combination of a special musical base and a scientific approach to physiology. It can be used as an independent therapy, as well as in combination with other methods. The life sound method is a harmonious fusion of the ancient Jewish special musical tradition and modern knowledge of human physiology. Since ancient times, mankind has sought to find harmony between body, mind, and soul. One of the ways to achieve this harmony was music, an art with a unique ability to influence the human condition. Along with musical practices, religious and medical traditions attached great importance to the body's biorhythms and spiritual texts, the most famous of which are the Psalms of David. The combination of these three components, music, biological rhythms, and psalms, for the treatment of a person dates back to the time of the great thinker and physician of the 12th century, Moses Maimonides, also known as Rambam. In ancient traditions, and for many physicians, including Rambam, observing the rhythms of nature and the body was an integral part of medical practice. Maimonides noted in his medical works that health depends on the harmony between natural cycles and lifestyle, sleep, nutrition, physical activity, and even emotional state. Many ancient physicians, including Rambam, recommended using psalms as part of therapy for diseases. In the Jewish tradition, it is known that certain psalms help with specific diseases or life trials. Modern science confirms what was intuitively clear to Rambam. Music and words affect human health. Experiments have shown that listening to special spiritual music harmonizes the cardiovascular system, evens out breathing, and promotes the production of happiness hormones. Modern specialists increasingly turn to ancient texts, psalms, and prayers as a source of healing vibrations. The relationship between special Jewish music, biological rhythms, and the Psalms of David in the treatment of a person goes back to ancient times and is confirmed both in the texts of Rambam and in modern scientific research. Music and spiritual words are able to restore lost balance, promote healing. The Hebrew name, Tehillim, means praise, and it contains many praises and prayers to God. In English, Tehillim is known as psalms, from the Greek psi alpha lambda mu omicron, which means instrumental music. Tehillim, Psalms of David, is one of the most significant and beloved books of the Jewish tradition, having a profound impact on the minds and hearts of people for many centuries. Reading Tehillim, Psalms, holds a special place in Jewish life, being a source of comfort, hope, and inspiration. The Psalms address the Almighty with both gratitude and petition, but always with a sincere heart. Tehillim is a collection of 150 poetic hymns, prayers, and songs. They express a wide range of human feelings: joy and gratitude, sorrow and repentance, faith and doubt, petition and praise. Why read Tehillim? 1. For spiritual uplift. Psalms purify thoughts, strengthen faith, and give strength to overcome difficulties. 2. In difficult times. Reading Tehillim is considered an effective remedy in times of trouble, illness, or anxiety. 3. In gratitude. Many read the Psalms to express gratitude for mercies and help. 4. To fulfill a request. It is customary to read certain psalms with a prayer for health, luck, peace in the home, success of children, protection, etc. Tehillim is traditionally read in Hebrew, but it is acceptable to read it in a language you understand, for example, Russian, because the meaning of the appeal is more important. At the same time, pronouncing it in Hebrew, even without full understanding, is considered to have special spiritual power. Reading has enormous power for the recovery or support of a specific person. The main thing in reading Tehillim is sincerity of the heart, respect for the ancient tradition, and the belief that every word can change not only the inner world, but also the reality around you.